Red Bull are one of the biggest brands in the footballing world. They even have their own clubs like RB Leipzig, RB Salzburg, and even the New York Red Bulls. But to be honest, they've never won anything major. But today, I'm here to change that as I'm taking over a brand new Red Bull team in England and making them the very first RB side to win the Champions League by making them the world's best team. However, kicking things off, Red Bull did not create a new club from scratch. They actually took over one of the Premier League teams. And sadly, that team was a team that I support, Southampton. So bye-bye Southampton. Hello, Red Bull Southampton. So here we have RB Southampton, and I honestly cannot wait to show you the kits, but here is a little preview of the kits. However, Southampton are officially now one of the worst teams in Premier League history and have relegated to the Championship. So even though Red Bull just took over the club, the journey begins in the Championship. But in season number 1, even though we're in the Championship, the Red Bull owners have trusted us with 50 million in the transfer budget. And this was the last Southampton lineup of all time. Now the new club name is RB Southampton. And the owners have actually given me the opportunity to play any style I want with this brand new club. And the 4-3 attack is what Edgar Reyes ball is, and this is probably our best lineup so far. However, there is going to be a lot of sells in this club because we are going to sign plenty of players. And here is the huge transfer list of players we are getting rid of. It's majority of the squad, and basically all of these players are over the age of 25, and some players that I see no future here at Southampton. However, historically the Red Bull clubs never use the youth academy, so we will not be using the youth academy in this video. However, there is one player from the youth academy that will become a legend at this club because he was absolutely incredible, and his name is Rowan Cressrow. Can play striker, left wing, and right wing, and has a potential from 80 to 94, and already has some good play styles, and is 5-star. This is the only youth academy player we're allowed to use throughout this entire challenge, but he is currently 15, so we're gonna have to wait for him in the future. And here is all the players we have sold to the club and where they went. We were not able to sell everybody, so we're gonna try and get rid of them through swap deals. If not, they will be released from the club because the club does not want them here. And we now have 100 million to work with and a lot of players to sign for this new resume. And okay, if I'm honest, I want to build this team around 3 players. The first one is Mateus Fernandes, who is Southampton's best player in real life. The next one is Tyler Dibbling. Normally we would have to sell him because of realism, but because there is a new project, he was convinced to stay. And the final player, I want to give him a chance this season, is Samuel Ameyo, who has an insane potential and has been killing it out on loan at France. Everybody else in this team is absolutely replaceable, whether they leave on a swap deal or they just sit on the bench for a couple years, and if they can show they can improve, then maybe they'll get a chance. And the first player I am bringing in is a striker, and his name is Tieno Berry from Villarreal. At a 73 overall, he has some decent potential, and you noticed I could have easily signed the likes of Endrick or other superstar strikers, but something that the Red Bull clubs do is sign players who aren't very popular, so that is one of the transfer rules we do have in this challenge. As Tieno Berry joins the club, and these are the sexy home kits we have created. And as Tieno Berry joins the side, I have to be honest with you, he is not safe alongside Tyler Dibbling, Fernandes, and Amo Ameyo, because at the end of every season we have to go ahead and spin a wheel full of our players with a starting 11, and whoever it lands on, we must involve them in a swap deal with RB Leipzig for their worst players. So we're basically giving RB Leipzig one of our best players for free because they are the top club. But not only that, at any moment throughout this save, if RB Leipzig come in for one of our players, we also have to accept the offer. But no matter what, I still plan to win the Champions League before them. And the next player we are bringing in for a straight swap deal with Aaron Ramsdale. It is a small downgrade, but we want young players all over the world, and we are signing Zion Suzuki. The Japanese goalkeeper is going to be a superstar one day. I just hope RB Leipzig don't take him away from us. And for 7.7 million plus Nathan Wood, we are bringing in a center back from Turkey by the name of Kaplan, 71 overall, but he is 21 years old and he has bags of potential, and nobody knows who he is, so I'm sure he's going to be a superstar as well. And up next is our first fullback for 8 million plus Ronnie Edwards. We're signing Kevin Paredes, I believe his name is. The American is a left winger originally, but we're shifting him to the left back position. Red Bull clubs tend to have a lot of Americans as well, so this is a great signing. And for 5.9 million plus Ben Brenton Diaz, we're signing our first midfielder, and I'm gonna butcher this for sure, Kajar Regard. And yes, we'll be using the other teams from Red Bull to go ahead and improve our side, but I think he's gonna be a great signing in that midfield. And for 30 million, this is probably gonna be our most expensive and best signing yet. It is Joseph Stanisic. Now I know he plays for Bayern Munich, but he's really struggled over the years to get into the side, and I think he fits perfectly into that Red Bull transfer target. We could easily make him into a superstar here at RB Southampton. And this will be our final signing for 12 million plus Ryan Fraser. We are bringing back a wonder kid, Charlie Patino, who was at Arsenal Youth Academy. We are bringing him from Deportivo at a 72 overall. We're gonna get his career as well back on track. So this is what the brand new side is looking like. It's a little bit of a decrease, but remember, we are in the championship, but a lot of these players have some good potential and are all very young. The average age of the squad definitely has gone down. And what a way to kick off the first ever season of RB Southampton against our rivals, Portsmouth. And as we are set to kick off this game, the board has given us 2 seasons to go ahead and promote to the Premier League. And if I don't do it, I will be sacked. But right before the game, let me just quickly show you the kits we have came up with. We got the home kit, we got the away kit, and I did not put any effort into the third kit, but these kits are absolutely incredible. And now it's Mateus Fernandes on the ball, sends a through ball into Tyler Dibbling, the captain. Can he be the first one to score in this new side? RB Southampton gives it into Barry. Tierno Barry with a shot, and it goes in. Tyler Dibbling, the captain, gives the assist. But already 5 minutes in against our rivals, we take a 1-0 lead. The first ever goal scorer is Barry. And now it's Tierno Barry on the ball with a through ball into Tyler Dibbling. 2 minutes after scoring, it's Tyler Dibbling with a finesse, and it goes in. We're destroying Portsmouth. We're too good for this league already. 2-0 up in under 10 minutes, man. And now it's Paredes on the ball, gives it to Ameyo, who gives it into Mateus Fernandes. And here comes Mateus Fernandes with a through ball into Tierno Barry. Here comes Tierno Barry on the ball. Tierno Barry gives it to Tyler Dibbling. Dibbling back into Barry. Barry's looking for the shot again, and it goes in the 37th minute. We are destroying Portsmouth. This is how you kick off a new era for a new club. And now it's Tierno Barry gives it into Mateus Fernandes in the second half, squares it into Tyler Dibbling. This game is over. Portsmouth did not show up. Surely we are relegated to the Premier League in the first time of asking. 4-0 in 52 minutes. Let's go. Do you know how cool it would be in the first game of this new club we score a free kick? Mateus Fernandes from outside the box shoots it. Is it enough power? No, but Tyler Dibbling, it lands on him, and it's a hat trick. The first game as a new club, RB Southampton already has a hat trick hero, and it is the captain, Tyler Dibbling. And the referee blows the whistle. Dibbling gets his match ball, and RB Southampton kicks off amazingly as we get the first 3 points of the championship. But let's go ahead and go to the end of the season and see if we promote. And at the end of the season, we have promoted immediately to the Premier League. We just missed out on the league title. With 93 goals, we were the highest goal scoring team in the league. But the question is, with this exciting side, did we win any other trophies? The FA Cup we did not win. The Carabao Cup was not won by us either. But we do have a top goal scorer in Tierno Barry. I know we made the right signing here. 27 goals and 34 appearances. But somehow Kelechi Iheanacho from Middlesbrough has won the player of the season. As in the team of the season, we get Mateus Fernandes, Ameyo, the man I believe in, and Suzuki. And this is what our side is looking like. There was a lot of growth here at the club. But I think this side is definitely ready to be in the Premier League. And here are the stats for the season. 30 goals and 2 assists for Barry. 13 and 6 for Mateus Fernandes. 12 and 6 for our captain, Tyler Dibbling. 10 and 13 for Kajargard. 10 goals for Ameyo, who started at a 63. That is impressive. 10 and 1 for Juan. This guy was just in the squad and he's scoring goals. And these are the rest of the stats here of RB Southampton in their first ever season. I want you guys to do me a favor. By the end of this video, in the comment section, I want to see who is the top goal scorer of all time for RB Southampton, the top assists, the top clean sheets, and the top appearance maker. But there's even better news as Rowan Cresswell has gone up a +8 now at a 63 and is 16 years old. We're promoting him and immediately sending him out on loan. But boys, it's time to spin the wheel. Here is a starting 11. Who are we involving in a swap deal to RB Leipzig for their worst player? Please don't be anybody good, and it's going to be Bella Kotchap. I'm very happy with that. He has revived his career in this one season, and now he's joining RB Leipzig to get his career even more back on track. And Bella Kotchap has now gone to RB Leipzig, while the player we got in return is Dickies. The good thing is, he is 17. Who knows? We might be able to grow him in the future. And if you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 300k subscribers. And now in Season 2, our first season in the Premier League, we have 119 million to spend. But to be honest, I'm pretty happy with the side we do have, but I will sign some more players. And take a look at the side. We definitely need a center back. Taylor Hollywood-Bellis can start, but if we find somebody better, then he will be the new starter. But regardless, we only have one backup, and he's pretty bad. I would also like to sign another center mid. Flint Downs is a little bit too old for the project that we're building, so he's definitely leaving. A backup right back as well for the same reason. Sugawara is also a little bit too old. We want somebody younger. And definitely a backup center attacking mid because Fernandes doesn't have anybody to back him up. First signing we are making it is actually a starting center back for 6 million plus Flint Downs. We are signing Samson Baidu, who is coming from Red Bull Salzburg. I have a feeling RB Leipzig were probably going to come for him if I didn't. So we're going to take him off there for at least for now. And I think he is the perfect replacement for Bella Kocha. And up next for 20 million, we are signing the backup to Mateus Fernandes and Romain Esse from Crystal Palace. This guy was a great wonder kid in the lower English divisions, and now we're signing him to RB Leipzig. And for 5 million, we are signing a backup center mid, a man who used to play for the Real Madrid Academy. It is Mario Martin, who is at Real Valladolid at this point. I want to show the greatest club in history that they shouldn't just sell their young talent. For another 20 million, we are actually signing another backup center back in the Mandy Collins. We need some good squad depth that are good overall if we want to stay in the Premier League. We might be fighting relegation this season, I cannot lie. Our team is good, but I don't know if it's that good. And he is coming from Frankfurt. And for our final signing is a backup right back for 5 million. We are signing Franciszek. He is a Polish right back, 63 overall. Not the very best, but we want young backups here in our side. And this is what the brand new side is looking like, as the board has given us a new goal, and that is to survive relegation. And I believe we might be strong enough to do that, but also if we do survive relegation this season, there will be a new rule that will be applied at the start of next season. But it's now time for the first Premier League game for RB Southampton, and we are playing QPR for the first time using the away kits. This is not going to be as easy as the Portsmouth game we played. Let's make sure we start off with 3 points. But here come QPR in the attack, who also promoted alongside us. It's side 2 on the ball with a shot, and it goes in. 6 minutes in, we concede already. This is not good. We need to survive relegation this season. But here comes side 2 once again, looking for an opportunity. Stanisic gets the ball, and now it's Tyler Dibbling looking for our first opportunity of the Premier League season. It's Tierno Berry on the ball. Finds Tyler is Dibbling. It's a brilliant ball. Tyler Dibbling to equalize the game. Can he do it? Dibbling cuts inside. Dibbling on his left foot finish. It's saved by Nardi. But now it's Mateus Fernandes gives it to Ameyo, who gives it to Berry. Berry lays it up into Tyler Dibbling. Dibbling is still on the ball. Tyler Dibbling gives it back to Berry. Berry into Ameyo with a finish, and it goes in. The lowest rated player in the side, setting an example here. 1-1. We equalize the game. And now it's Tyler Dibbling gets the ball quickly again. It's Charlie Patino gives it to Tyler is Dibbling. Dibbling gives it into Tierno Berry. Berry the through ball into Mateus Fernandes. Looking to take a touch. Has a small finish into the bottom corner, but Nardi makes a save again. Mateus Fernandes looking to whip it in. He whips it in all the way to Tierno Berry with a bicycle kick. It falls into Ameyo with a finish, and it's saved by Nardi again. We're dominating, man. And now it's Stanisic on the ball, looking to drive, looking to take the lead in the 33rd minute. It's Tyler is Dibbling, the captain. Sends a through ball into Tierno Berry, who takes a touch. Berry, the top goal scorer from last season, has a shot, but it's blocked. Now it's QPR. Miretti from the corner gives it into Kenneth Paul. Kenneth Paul is still on the ball. Paul gives it into Saito with a shot, and he scores a second. 2-1 down right before halftime. We're not going to survive relegation if we're losing to another promoted team. And now it's Tyler Dibbling on the ball, gives it into Tierno Berry. Tierno Berry is driving with the ball, gives it to Tyler is Dibbling. Tyler is Dibbling looking to give the ball. He gives it to Mateus. Mateus into Ameyo, who comes back into Mateus Fernandes with a finesse. And it's saved by Nardi, man. Come on. And now it's Mateus Fernandes with a through ball into Tyler Dibbling. We need a hero. Is it going to be the captain? Tyler Dibbling takes a touch. Right-footed finish. It hits the crossbar. We're getting so unlucky today. And now it's Tyler Dibbling on the ball. 76 minutes in. We're still losing this game. It's a through ball into Mateus. Mateus Fernandes is now dribbling with the ball. Just a through ball into Tierno Berry, the top goal scorer from last season. Puts it away. We have equalized the game with 12 minutes left to go. Let's win this game. Let's get our first 3 points in the Prem. And now it's Samuel Ameyo, 85th minutes in. Let's get a goal here. Mateus Fernandes into Berry, into Tyler Dibbling, the superhero captain. He's done it again. When it matters, 3-2. We have won our first game of the Premier League season. This could easily help us survive relegation. Let's go 3-2. And the referee blows the whistle. We get our first 3 points. Another legendary moments for RB Southampton. We've reached the final day of the season, and we are sitting in 17th. We have to win our last game in order to not go down to the championship, and the board does not want me to relegate. But it's going to be insanely difficult because we are playing first place Man City. Do we even stand a chance of beating them? But boys, there is some bad news. As you can see, Mateus Fernandes is no longer in the side. And I'm pretty sure it was a release clause that I forgot about, but RB Leipzig have actually been the club that took him away from us. That is our best player, literally our best player, gone. It's time to kick off the final day of the season at home. Can we go ahead and survive and beat Man City? And here comes Romain Esse, who is taking the place of Mateus Fernandes, and it's Charlie Patino who gives it into Kjærgaard. Kjærgaard gives it to Ameyo, who gives it to Tierno Berry. Tierno Berry from outside the box, and it goes wide. We still almost go 1-0 up. And now it's Kjærgaard on the ball, gives it to Tierno Berry. Tierno Berry's on the run here, gives it to Samuel Ameyo. Can he go in and make it 1-0? Samuel Ameyo, he's offside. He was gonna score that. I felt it. It's Charlie Patino who picks up the ball, who gives it to Joseph Stanisic, who gives it to... Oh, and it's Joseph Stanisic gives it to Tyler Dibbling, the hero we needed in the first game of the season. Can he do it again? It's still Tyler Dibbling. Gets rid of all the defenders. It's still Dibbling. Gives it to Barry. Barry with a near post shot, and it goes in. Regardless of what's happened, regardless that we're sitting in 17th, that we lost Mateus Fernandez some point during the season, we take a 1-0 lead. Let's go. And now it's Kajargard on the ball. Gives it to Amo Ameyo into Tierno Berry. And here comes Tierno Berry through ball into Amo Ameyo. He loses it, but Kajargard picks up the ball again. And now it's Amo Ameyo who gives it to Tierno Berry. 1v1 against the Man City keeper. It's blocked by Kuzanov. What a brilliant tackle. Joseph Stanisic gives it all the way to Romanetse, who gives it to Kajargard into Amo Ameyo. Through ball into Berry, who's been destroying Man City's defense with a shot. Anderson with a save. But Dibbling surely has secured a safety. Again, you cannot write it. He is the super captain. 2-0 against, I think, the Premier League champions. And the referee blows the whistle. And on the final day of the season, we have done the impossible. Tyler Dibbling with another hero moment. We are staying in the Premier League, which means a new rule is coming at the new season. And trust me, it's not going to make things any easier. And regardless, City still win the Premier League as Son is the player of the season. And in the team of the season, we had 0 players this time around. And this is what the squad is looking like at the end of the season. Regardless that we almost relegated, this team has some decent potential, thankfully. We now have 6 players over 80. And Suzuki is really growing. I'm so glad he has a lot of potential. Dynamic potential definitely helped him in that first season. And even the bench is growing, which is very important because it's going to be involved in the new rule, and I'll let you know next season. And the stats look very disappointing this season. 12 goals and 2 assists for Tierno Berry. He tried his best. 10-1 for Tyler Dibbling. 7-3 for Kajargard, now at an 83. 4-5 for Patino. 4 goals for Amuamia. Just look at the rest of the side. We surely did lack a lot of goals here in the Premier League. However, boys, every single player we sent out on loan actually grew. Dickies, this guy that we got, actually has some decent potential. Rowan Cresswell now at a 73. Surely next season he could be a starter if we have to get rid of Tierno Berry. Francizek Franzak at a 70 now. And Kai Sanda, who also has some decent potential, I guess, at a 76. That's at least going good for us. It's time to spin the wheel, see who we're swapping with RB Leipzig. There was one change. I threw in Wellington instead of Paredes because he had more appearances. And it's only fair to put the better player who is playing more. So let's spin the wheel. Let's see who is going to RB Leipzig. Please don't be any of our best players. And it literally is Wellington. The man, I just made a change. He has outgrown his potential for sure. He was already at Southampton, but now he's going to Leipzig. And Wellington has joined Mateus Fernandez and Bella Kalchab joining the RB Leipzig project. As we are stuck with Tim Koger, and he doesn't look very good, to be honest. And now in Season 3, we have 127 million to spend. But like I said, there is a new rule. It's a transfer rule, and it's also a selling rule. First of all, not only is RB Leipzig a selling club, every single Red Bull club is. So from now on, we have to at least sell 2 players per season if a bigger club comes in for them. If we do have a transfer window where not a single bigger club comes in for any of our players, then we're just gonna get lucky, but that's not really gonna happen. The new transfer rule is from now on, we can only sign backups, which means the backups we sign are very important because whoever we end up losing to Leipzig and we're selling to bigger clubs will be the natural replacement in the starting 11. So for example, we lost Mateus Fernandez to a release clause and we lost Wellington to RB Leipzig for free. That means we cannot sign players better than Esse and Paredes in their position because they must start at the side. And that goes for everybody. Nobody here in the starting 11 could be replaced. They all need to be on the bench and eventually will be replaced when they move on. Alright, and after skipping some time, we actually got very lucky. The only player we lost was Taylor Harwood-Bettis, but I transfer listed him, so that doesn't matter. But we loaned out players. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, both of the offers didn't save, just one of them. But one of them was Tierno Berry, which I did accept, but he couldn't reach an agreement with contract, so he's staying here. And the second offer we accepted that didn't go through was for Gajargard for 85 million. Man United came calling, and he just didn't want to leave, so we got extremely lucky. But I think this will be the last time this happens. Right, the first player we are bringing in is a backup for our left back Paredes. In Barrows, he comes from Sheffield United at a 75 overall. He will not start over Paredes, but he is already a decently made player in case we do get rid of Paredes. Will be just fine. And for 16 million, we are bringing the backup for Samuel Amo Ameyo, Tom Watson, who is at 72 overall, coming from Sunderland. Another British winger talent that is definitely going to help us eventually win that Champions League. For 10 million, we have made our final signing in Luke Harris, a center attacking mid from Wales at a 70 overall. Has some pretty decent potential as well and could definitely replace SA in the future if we need him to. And this is what the squad is looking like now. Obviously, nobody went into the starting 11. Everybody will be sitting on the bench, but the board has given us a new challenge this season. For the next 2 seasons, actually, they want us to win a domestic trophy in the next 2 seasons. So I don't think this year will be the year, but next year would definitely have an opportunity. And with 2 games left in the season, I'm not gonna lie, we're in a great position, sitting in 7th place, but at any moment, we could easily drop down to even 10. However, the main reason I showed you is because somehow we have made the FA Cup final and we're playing against Chelsea. But to be honest, we had a very easy run. Here are some of the teams we played against. We played against Burnley. We played against Luton Town. We played against Stoke City, against Newcastle United, which is probably the best team we played so far. And United, we know they're a trash club now. But let's go ahead and go to this FA Cup final against Chelsea. Let's go ahead and put on the home kit. Chelsea are not wearing any red, so let's go ahead and put the home kit and let's win RB Southampton's first trophy, and technically Southampton's first ever major trophy. And straight away, here come Chelsea on the first attack of this FA Cup final. He lays it off into Cole Palmer. Joe Felix with the pass to Palmer, and it goes in. 4 minutes in, we already go 1-0 down. This is not good. But here come Chelsea once again. It's Palmer into Patrick Schick, back into Palmer. We're trying to get the ball away. Patrick Schick with a shot. Suzuki with a great save. And now it's Tyler Dibbling on the ball. Gives it to Romain Etse. The replacement for Mateus Fernandes gives it into Josip Stanisic. Just go on his counter-attack. He gives it to Tyler Dibbling. It's Tyler Dibbling on the ball looking for a run here. Dibbling gives it into Tierno Berry with a shot from outside the box, and it goes wide. We could have equalized there. And here comes Tyler Dibbling. Gives it to Charlie Patino. Patino with a through ball to Stanisic, who gives it into Tierno Berry. Somebody help him out. Berry into Amiyo with a finesse, and it goes in. 1-1. We have equalized the game in the 18th minute. Let's go. That's what we needed. And now it's Tyler Dibbling on the ball as a through ball to Tierno Berry in the 22nd minute. Can we actually take the lead here after equalizing? It's Tierno Berry still on the ball. Is anybody going to help him? Tierno Berry comes back, gives it to Tyler Dibbling. Dibbling gives it into Kajargard, who almost left to Man United. It's blocked. And now it's Tyler Dibbling, gives it to Tierno Berry right before halftime. Can we score here? Berry with a through ball into Samuel Amomayo with a finesse. And once again, the 2 wingers that came from Southampton keep clutching up, and we take the lead 2-1 right before the half. Kajargard gives it to Samuel Amomayo. It's Tierno Berry who gives it back into Amomayo, who's looking for his hat-trick. Oh my days, it's blocked by Chaloba. Now it's Charlie Patino, gives it into Romain Etse, who gives it to Tyler Dibbling on the ball. Tyler Dibbling with a through ball into Samuel Amomayo for the hat-trick. And oh my days, a Southampton Youth Academy graduate has given us a hat-trick in the FA Cup final. We're winning Southampton's first ever trophy, RB Southampton's first ever trophy. And the referee blows the whistle. We're gonna be FA Cup champions. First time in Southampton and RB Southampton history, Tyler Dibbling lifts a trophy for the club. We have completed that challenge. What does Red Bull want us to do next? And with 2 games left in the season, Red Bull wants us to go ahead and qualify for Europe. However, I think winning the FA Cup has already achieved that, but let's make sure and let's hope that RB Southampton can win their last 2 games. Let's see if RB Southampton can pull it off. They got Brighton and they got Aston Villa. The first game against Brighton ends in a 1-0 victory. I think that might have secured it, but let's beat Villa, please. RB Southampton, and yes, they have done it. A 1-0 victory. We're going to Europe. We even finished as high as 6th place with 60 points. I think that's Europa League football for us. But look at our boy Tierno Berry. 20 goals in 36 appearances, the 2nd top goal scorer at the club. And as Arsenal win the Premier League title, Saka is the player of the season, but in the team of the season, Tierno Berry is involved. We have finally gotten someone in the Premier League team of the season. And this is what the team is looking like at the end of the season. Every single player in the starting 11 is now at an 80 overall. Tyler Dibbling is about to hit 85. Suzuki's dynamic potential keeps doing wonders for him. And Kajargard is at an 85 now. And every single player in our reserves and our bench is above 75 overall. But it doesn't end there. The players that we do have on loan are growing. This Kohler guy is at a 70. That's whatever. I think that's like his potential. Chris will win up a +9. He is now at an 83. That is incredible. He was out on loan at Porto. We got Frank Zach, who's now at 76. He is slowly becoming a decent good right back. And this Fernando Dickies guy just keeps growing as well. 24 goals and 5 assists for Tierno Berry. 13 and 5 for Tyler Dibbling. 8 goals for Amu Ameya. 76 for SA. He was a pretty good replacement. 71 for Watson. 6 and 2 for Burrows. 5 and 11 for Kajargard. And here are the rest of the stats. A pretty successful season. And we're going to Europe next year, whether it's the Europa League or the Conference. But let's spin the wheel. Let's not lose someone like Dibbling or Berry. It would be a disaster. And we're losing Berry. This man has been our top goal scorer since he signed. we're losing one of the best strikers in the Prem. But there he goes. Tierno Berry has joined RB Leipzig. And you know what? We got somebody pretty decent in return. It's Jata, 21 years old, a center attacking mid. I will take that. And now it's season number 4. The striker we are going to be using is Cresswell. We do have Sulemana who's at an 80, but we cannot pass up on the opportunity to use this youth academy prospect. But I could definitely do with signing a lot more backups here for this side. But let's go ahead and see if we lose anybody, because we still have to sell 2 players if the offers come in for bigger clubs than us. And at any moment, RB Leipzig could steal any of our players if they offer the money. And sadly, this time around, we had to sell 2 players. Kevin Paredes to Liverpool for 52.5 million. And our backup center back went for more, for 59 million to Chelsea. We've gotten really lucky that Leipzig haven't even offered for any of our players. But we now have 210 million. But like I mentioned before, we cannot sign anybody better than whoever is in our starting 11 per position. Whatever position I end up signing has to be lower rated than whoever we have in our current side. And the first signing we are making is a backup left back in Joe Johnson, 72 overall, 21 years old. He is going to be incredible for only 30 million. He will definitely be a good backup and one day maybe even a good starter. And for 30 million, we are bringing in another backup center back in Jeremy Jacquet. 76 overall, he is going to be a great replacement. The outgoing Collins to sit on the bench. And for 25 million, we are signing Oliver Arblaster to sit on the bench as well. We just want to get more of the squad depth up ready just in case we lose a bunch of players in one season and we cannot find replacements. At a 77 overall from Sheffield, he's looking incredible. The final player we are bringing in is a left winger slash right winger in Koki Saito. He kind of cooked us when we played against QPR 2 seasons ago, so I brought him in just to have him on the bench and potentially replace Amo Ameya or Dibbling if we ever have to sell them or lose them. And this is what the side is looking like this season. Mainly Cresswell and Burrows have come into the limelight to be starters. The rest are all bench players. Our squad depth is getting incredible. By the way, I have accepted an offer for Sugawara for 50 million from City, so he will be leaving the side. But the goal Red Bull have given us is to win whatever European competition we're in this season. We cannot let them down. But it turns out we got the Europa League, which is good news. Let's go ahead and make our debut as RB Southampton in Europe. And now it's Tyler Dibbling on the ball, gives it to Charlie Patino, who gives it to Dibbling. Dibbling with a through ball into Romain Etse. Etse gives it to the newly starting Cresswell. Cresswell with a finesse shot. It's blocked by Hanko. Charlie Patino on the ball sends a through ball all the way to Cresswell, who is a brand new starter. We have yet to use him yet. Here comes Cresswell. 1v1 against the goalkeeper. He shoots it and it's saved. I should have passed it. Dibbling almost puts it away though. And here comes Feyenoord once again. It's a great tackle from Kaplan again, who's been insane since joining. Amo Ameya gives it to Kajargard, gives it into Romain Etse. Romain Etse is looking for a through ball. He does fine. Amo Ameya, is he offside? No, he's onside. Amo Ameya squares it into Cresswell and he gets the first goal of RB Southampton in Europe. The Youth Academy graduate is shining. 1-0. And now it's Kajargard gives it to Charlie Patino. And see, Charlie Patino gives it to Romain Etse. Romain Etse with a through ball into Cresswell. Once again, Rowan Cresswell 1v1 once again shoots it and it goes in. 2 goals in 10 minutes for this Youth Academy graduate. I shouldn't even call him that anymore. This Southampton legend, he is going to become one. 2-0. Let's go. Now it's Amo Ameya with a through ball into Cresswell. Can he score his hat trick in the first half? Cresswell gets rid of one. It's still Cresswell near post. Oh my days. In this challenge, 3 players have scored a hat trick for RB Southampton, and all of them came from the Southampton Academy. What a beautiful story, but we're dominating Feyenoord. Charlie Patino is on the ball now. Here we're driving in the second half. We're already winning by 3. It's a through ball into Cresswell. This is so easy. Oh my days, Cresswell. It's a screamer. 4 goals on his European debut. We're gonna win the Europa League so easily. And the referee blows the whistle. What a start. I am very confident we are the favorites to win the Europa League. And we are now very close to the end of the season, and we did qualify for the knockout stages of the Europa League as we finished in 4th. But the question is, I see the semi-final tab. That's where we're at right now. Did we get all the way to the semi-final? In the round of 16, we have beaten KRC Genk. In the quarterfinals, we have beaten Wolfsburg. And in the semis, we will be facing Chelsea. That is a very, very tough game. But it's time for the first leg. We always simulate the first leg with these tough games. Let's see if we could go ahead and get a good lead, or we're going to have to come back. And no, it's a 0-0 draw. I would take that, but the second leg is going to be tough. And it's now time for the second leg. Kierkegaard is back, but Stanisic is suspended. Let's go ahead and go to the Europa League final and win it with RB Southampton. And just like the first leg, it was a boring game. For the first time in RB Southampton history, we're going to a penalty shootout. And Chelsea are out for revenge when we beat them in the FA Cup final. last season. And the first penalty taker is Rowan Cresswell. Just joined the lineup this season. He goes down the middle and he bangs it in. Oh my days, he almost missed that low-key though. Domenico Berardi to take the next penalty. He goes to the left-hand side and it's 1-1 at Chelsea. And now it's Boros, the left back, taking the next penalty. He should be an amazing penalty taker. Goes to the bottom right, 2-1. No worries about missing there. And now it's Kinnan Tewsbury Hall. Where is Tewsbury gonna go? He goes to the right. Suzuki makes a save. And now it's Kajargar. Should have joined Man United all those years ago, but stayed loyal. Bangs it in top corner. We could win this and go to the final. Mikhailo Mudryk, where's he gonna go? He goes down the middle, it goes in, fam. And now, Samuel Ameyo has been incredible since we gave him an opportunity from the championship. Bottom left, 4-2. If Chelsea misses penalty or Suzuki saves it, we will be going to the Europa League final. I think he's gonna go down the middle. He goes to the left-hand side. Oh, Suzuki saves it. I didn't even move it. The game did it himself. And we are going to the Europa League final. Suzuki with the knee slide. We could win RB Southampton their first ever European trophy. And in the Europa League final, we'll be playing Southampton. If we win this, we will become the first Red Bull side to win a European trophy. But let's go ahead and go to this Europa League final. All of our players are available, thankfully. Let's win the first European trophy in Southampton, RB Southampton, and Red Bull history. And now it's Mohamed Salah on the attack for Juventus. It's the Mohamed Salah, gives it to Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez with a shot. Suzuki makes a brilliant save. That is dangerous already. And now it's Imbangula on the ball. Here come Juventus once again. Almost took the lead immediately, but Kaplan wins the ball and gives it to Tyler Dibling. Here comes the captain. He's been incredible from the very beginning. And now it's Rowan Cresswell, gives it back to Tyler Dibling. Dibling gives it back into Rowan Cresswell. Rowan Cresswell 1v1. He squares it into Romain Etse, who hits in near post. 1-0 against Juventus. This is brilliant. We take the lead in the Europa League final. And now it's Romain Etse, gives it to Charlie Patino. Patino gives it to Cresswell. Now it's Romain Etse with a through ball into Rowan Cresswell. Surely he has to make it 2-0. Rowan Cresswell, bottom corner. Beautiful. Beautiful finish. I think we're too good for the Europa League. I think we're in a position where we're too good for Juventus. I think we're gonna be Europa League champions. But it's Mohamed Salah, gives it to Group Miners. It's Darwin Nunez on the attack. No way Darwin Nunez is gonna score against us. It's Darwizzi, gets rid of one, gives it into Fede Valverde with a shot, and it goes in. Fede makes it 2-1. Juve still have time for a comeback. But here comes Darwin Nunez on the attack. Oh no, we're about to bottle it, aren't we? We're about to bottle it. No. Mohamed Salah with the cross in to Fede. Great save by Suzuki. But here comes Darwizzi, looking to make it 2-2 in the 75th minute. Let's not get scored on. But an equalizer. Suzuki makes a great save again. But here comes Darwin Nunez in the 83rd minute, looking for the equalizer. And he gets it. 2-2. We're probably gonna go to extra time. I cannot believe we bottled this. We need to win this. Romain Etse on the ball. Romain Etse gets rid of one. It's still Romain Etse dribbling down the middle. Romain Etse through ball. It's to Tyler Dibling. It's lagging a little bit. Dibling cuts inside. It's Tyler Dibling on his left foot. And it goes in straight after conceding. The captain again and again and again delivers 3-2. We're European champions. And the referee blows the whistle. We'll be lifting the Europa League. And Tyler Dibling lifts the Europa League. We lift the European trophy. And you know what's next? The Champions League. And not only did we win the Europa League, but we also won the Premier League. We didn't even need to do that. That wasn't required. Oh, we're so ready for the UCL next season. The player of the season goes to Liverpool's Victor Osimhen, and the team of the season, we got Rowan Cresswell, Charlie Patino, Kajargard, and Boros. But Cresswell actually won the Golden Boot in his first season, 24 goals for the man. And this is what our team is looking like. We got an 88 overall in Suzuki, 86 Kaplan, 84 Baidu, Stanisic at an 85, Dibling at an 87, Rowan Cresswell at an 87. I cannot lie, we could be underdogs next season for the Champions League. And 50 goals in 60 appearances has to be the best debut seasons I've ever seen in the Premier League. Obviously, this was all throughout every competition, but 16 and 14 for our left back Boros as well. 13 and 2 for Ameyo, 12 and 18 for Patino, 12 and 8 for Etse, 10 goals for Watson, 9 and 5 for Dibling, and here are the rest of the stats. Boys, I think we're ready. For the Champions League. But there is good news. The board has told me there is no need to spin any wheel because we are now leveled with RB Leipzig. If anything, we are better than them. The Premier League is the biggest trophy a Red Bull team has won. And we are in the brand new season. And not only that, we've reached the end of the transfer window and we did not have to get rid of anybody. The only two clubs that were bigger than us are Madrid and Barca and did not come in for any of our players. And RB Leipzig did not come for any of my players as well. So we're going with a full strength squad into the Champions League for the first time. And we are now halfway through the season and we're on our way of winning the Premier League, and we're undefeated currently. That is looking incredible for us, but in the Champions League. And we did finish in second place, only behind RB Leipzig. They literally went undefeated. You know what? I really hope we face them. But in the round of 16, who are we facing? We are facing AS Monaco. That should be pretty simple. But it's time for the first leg of the Champions League of the round of 16 against AS Monaco. We're sim the first leg. If we do well, we're not playing the second. 5-0 away from home. Oh, we're easily going to the quarters. And now it's time for the second leg. We destroyed them in the first leg. There's no way we bottle this right now. We don't lose by 5 goals. 3-0 victory. 8-0 in aggregate is ridiculous. We're one of the best teams in the world. And in the quarters, we do have Juventus. Let's see how this first leg goes. We are without Kajargard for this first leg, and it's a 3-0 victory. Oh my days, we're destroying the Champions League teams. And it's time for the second leg. There's no point in playing the first leg. We absolutely destroyed Juventus. I hope the semifinals is a little bit more difficult for us, because I want to play some of these games. And it's a 1-0 victory. We go to the semifinals of the Champions League. And in the semifinals, we do have Bayer Leverkusen. This should be difficult. We're without Kaplan as well. Let's see how this first leg goes. And it's a 3-3 draw. This second leg is going to be interesting. But it's time for the second leg. Let's go ahead and beat Bayer Leverkusen, and let's go on to the Champions League final. But the second leg was so much different than the first leg. Leverkusen played some of the most annoying football ever. And 0-0, we're going to penalties. Last time we beat Chelsea. But can we do it in a Champions League night? And first player to take a penalty is Dusan Vlahovic for Bayer Leverkusen. As he goes to the right, Suzuki makes a save right away. Rowan Questro, come on, he's been leading the side since he joined. Let's go. 1-0 against Bayer Leverkusen. And now it's Kochku, the Turkish man, goes down the middle, and it's 1-1. But we still have the advantage. And next is Boros on the penalty. Surely he's going to go ahead and score this ball. Puts it bottom right, same as last time. Makes it 2-1. And now it's Joao Neves. Joao Neves goes to the right-hand side. It's 2-2. I don't know if Suzuki's going to save another one. So let's make sure we score. Kajargard, like I mentioned before, he should have left but didn't. Top left, bangs it in. No problem. And now it's Alvarez. Now it's sure which Alvarez this is, but he goes to the bottom right. And it's 3-3. Samuel Ameyo. Can he go ahead and make it 4-3? Keep our perfect record? Yes, he does. If Bayer Leverkusen missed this, or Suzuki saves it, which he did last time, will be in the Champions League final. He goes down the middle, and Suzuki dives late, but he misses. And the final penalty taker is Tyler Dibling, the captain. Every time we've needed him, he's turned up. Can he score this penalty to take us to the Champions League final? Tyler Dibling, put this one away. He goes to the top left and he bangs it in. We're going to the UCL final. Oh my days, we're making history. The first Red Bull side to go to the UCL final. Takeover has almost been complete. Let's finish the job. And well, we're not the only Red Bull side that has made the final. RB Leipzig versus RB Southampton. For the first time in history, we are facing against a Red Bull side. But it's going to be difficult because the top goal scorer of the Champions League is Tierno Berry with 15. But Rowan Questro is right there. And funnily enough, an RB Salzburg player is also on the top goal scoring charts. That is insane. But once again, we have won the Premier League as Saka was the player of the season and the team of the season. Rowan Cresswell and Burrows make the team. And no matter what, after this game, the video ends because a Red Bull side would have won the Champions League, and it has to be us. 35-3 for Rowan Cresswell this season. 30-5 for our left back, Harrison Burrows. Is kind of crazy. 13-20 for Kajargard. Tyler Dibling, Mr. Consistent, 11-9. 11-1 for Watson. 8-1 for Sulemana. 7-18 for Patino. And here are the rest of the stats. I'm very excited for this UCL final. We need to destroy RB Leipzig. But it's time for the UCL final. This is the final side we're putting out. No suspensions, no injuries. Have a 90 rated player in Cresswell. Let's win the UCL. But here come RB Leipzig on the attack. It's Moussa Diaby down that right wing. Gives it to Tierno Berry, the man we nurtured into this amazing player. Javi Simmons gives it to Lois Openda with a shot from outside the box. And it goes wide. And here comes RB Leipzig. It's Mateus Fernandes on the run. Playing at left wing today. But Patino wins the ball back from his ex-teammate. And here we go on the run. We give it into Tyler Dibling. It's Tyler Dibling here looking for a goal. He gives it to Romain Etse. Romain Etse plays it back, gives it to Tyler Dibling on his left foot finish, and it's saved by Allison. And Etse gives it to Kajargard. Kajargard into Ameyo with a finish, and it goes in. 1-0 against RB Leipzig, the team that took everything from us. Ameyo has been proven to be Probably the best player we have been using. He is so underrated. But here comes Chris Rigg. Here come RB Leipzig. It's Javi Simmons on the ball. Gives it into Lois Openda. Lois Openda looking for the shot. We tackle him. Is that a penalty? It is. We try to stop him. It's a yellow, thankfully. But Leipzig have a pen. And to take it is Tierno Berry, our old teammate. He goes to the middle. The camera changes every time now. I don't know why. It's 1-1. Berry scores against his old teammates. Here comes Openda. We go for the tackle. We miss it. And it's Lois Openda still. Great tackle from Stanisic, who's been solid ever since we signed him. And now it's Tyler Dibbling. Gives it to Roman Eze. Eze through ball into Rowan Cresswell. Looking to take the lead once again. It's to Rowan Cresswell. Cuts back. Gives it to Dibbling. Dibbling into Romeo Samuel Amamio. It's blocked. Stanisic gives it to Tyler Dibbling. Dibbling gives it to Eze. Eze gives it to Patino. Patino into Rowan Cresswell. Cresswell into Samuel Amamio with a shot. And it's a skill shot, but he misses. And now it's Stanisic. Stanisic gives it to Romain Eze. Romain Eze is on the ball looking for a creation over here. It's Charlie Patino. Patino cuts back, gives it to Romain Eze. Romain Eze cuts back, gives it to Tyler Dibbling. Dibbling on the ball. Squares it into Cresswell. It goes in. The Southampton Young Boys link up. It's 2-1 in the UCL final. We take the lead again. But here comes RB Leipzig. Openda gives it into Tierno Berry with a shot, and immediately they equalize. But here comes RB Leipzig. It's Tierno Berry on the ball, looking to end up our dreams here. Chris Rigg with a shot. Oh my days, we get lucky. We could have lost there. And now Stanisic gives it into Patino. Patino, we cannot lose the ball. Gives it into Eze. Eze through ball into Tyler Dibbling. 5 minutes left to go. Dibbling still on the ball. It's still Tyler. Tyler gets the ball. Gives it to Romain Eze. Eze back into Dibbling. It's still Dibbling on the ball. Dibbling cuts aside. Tyler Dibbling with the solo goal. Oh my goodness. Again and again and again. He's the best player in the world. Another 90th minute winner. 2 minutes left. We have to win this game. We cannot bottle in the last 2 minutes. But Tyler Dibbling, the most clutch player I have ever seen. And the ref blows the whistle, and who else deserves to lift it but Tyler Dibbling, who's been the hero every time we needed him. He have took in a Red Bull side to Champions League winners in RB Southampton. But let me know down below who's the top goal scorer, assister, appearance maker, and clean sheets. To see a wheel decide Jamie Vardy's entire career.